नमस्ते बच्चों, हमेशा खुश रहो। माई सेल्फ जेविन डॉक्टर मोनिका त्रिवेदी, फैकल्टी ऑफ एजुकेशन एंड मेथडोलॉजी, ज्योति विद्यापीठ वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी. So students, in previous lectures we learned about what is the solutions and the Henry's law and its application. For today's class we have to discuss the distribution law and its application. Okay, so the solution of a two substance, like one is a solute and one is a solvent. Okay, when if we take a two immiscible solvent A and B in a beaker, okay, so they separated by a layer because they are immiscible with each other. So when a solute X, which is soluble in a both solvent, is added to that particular solution, so what happened, it get distributed or partially distributed with both solutions. So the molecules of X solute passes from the solvent A to B and from the solvent B to A. Finally, a dynamic equilibrium set up. In this condition, at equilibrium, the rate at which the molecule of X passes from one solvent to the another solvent is balanced in a form of the equilibrium. Okay, in this diagram you can see two solvent A and B are present, and one solute X, which is soluble in both the solvent, is added to the this beaker. Okay, now the distribution of X between a solvent A and B can be calculated by the concentration of X in a solution A and the concentration of X in a solution B, which is equals to the constant. Okay, so this distribution law, also known as the Nernst's distribution law. So the Nernst in 1891 studied that the distribution of several solutes between the different appropriate pairs of a solvent. Okay, and he gave the generalization which can be explained the distribution of solute between the two non-miscible solvents, and this law is known as a Nernst's distribution law or Nernst's partition law, or simply a distribution law or partition law. If a solute X itself between two immiscible solvent A and B at a constant temperature, and X is in the same molecular condition in a both solvent, so the concentration of X in A is denoted by C1 and the concentration of X in a B is denoted by C2. So according to Nernst's distribution law, it can be expressed C1 by C2 is equals to Kd. Here Kd is simply a constant of a partition coefficient or a distribution coefficient or distribution ratio. Now the solubility also identified by the distribution law. Now when a solute is shaken with the two non-miscible solvent at the equilibrium, both the solvents are saturated with the solute. Since the solubility also represent as a concentration, okay, so the equation is C1 by C2 is equals to Kd for the concentration, as well as the S1 by S2 is equals to Kd for the solubility. Here the S1 and S2 are the solubilities of the solute in a two solvents. Okay, hence that the value of distribution coefficient Kd and the solubility of the solute is the one of the solvent. The solubility of the solute in the second solvent can be calculated. Now it can be also explained by the experimental value, like the two equations, the two solutions are immiscible. You can see in this jar, and the rate of reaction, the X, the solute added to this dynamic equilibrium. Okay, now what happened, the rate of reaction for R1 at which molecule the X passes from the solvent A to B is proportional to its concentration C1. Okay, and which is C1A in A. The rate of reaction for backward reaction R2 at which molecule X passes from the solvent B to A is proportional to its concentration C2 in B. Okay, at equilibrium, the rate of migration of solute from the one solvent to the another is equal to each other. Thus, you can see the concentration of C1 and C2 is equal. So now, what happened? If R1 is directly proportional to C1, then R1 is equals to K1 into C1 for K1 rate of reaction, or if R2 is equals to C2, then the R2 is equals to K2 into C2. Now if as we know that the rate of reaction for both solvent is similar, so R1 is equals to R2, and if we equate both of the equations, what we get, K1 into C1 is equals to K2 into C2. Okay, if we select the term of C and K, what we get, C1 by C2 is equals to K2 by K1 is equals to KD, and K2 by K1 is simply a constant value, and it will be KD. So what we get, the C1 by C2 is equals to KD, which is a distribution coefficient. So this is the Nernst distribution law equation, where the K1 and K2 are the constant at the same temperature, and the distribution coefficient KD is also constant if the temperature is fixed. So this is the distribution law, or Nernst distribution law. Thank you very much.